What's going down? Coach McCants, Darnell McCants, former wide receiver, Washington Redskin, Philadelphia Eagle. Basically, former professional athlete. Now, most people know me as Darnell McCants or McCants 85 when I played for the Washington Redskins. What most people don't know is that I played basketball my whole life. So, very few people will know that Coach McCants is a basketball player. I love playing basketball. Did I not love playing football? Of course not. Basically, quick story. Because right now, this focusing thing is killing me, especially in the area I live in. Could be across the nation, could be just my area, who knows. But you're telling your kids and you're convincing yourself that I should only focus on one sport. Darnell McCants, if it was a sport to compete in, I played it. I tried to play volleyball in high school, but they told me I couldn't play. But yet we have girls playing football. So that's on a whole nother double standard issue. But for the most part, I just love to compete. I love being an athlete. Athlete for life. Football, basketball, track was generally my concentration and generally where I seen the most success. So for those who are concentrating or think they need to concentrate on one sport, I'd ask you to give that a second thought. I would say allow your greatness to determine your destination. Now, like I said, I love basketball, but football got me a free education. Football got me a house. Football got me a couple cars. Football got the people around me some very expensive gifts. Football got me traveling the northern hemisphere, and that was generally by choice because I didn't choose to go anywhere else. But quick story, if you know me, I grew up in Howard County, Columbia, Maryland, and for the most part, from the age 9, I played basketball. Coming from Baltimore City, it was, you know, flipping, jumping, baseball, basketball, playing tag, you know, old school street games. Hopscotch, jump a little higher, playing basketball on the crate. You know, for people from the elevator understand, know what I'm talking about. For those who, you know, the new breed, living in nice counties, y'all might not understand. But for the most part, it's just about competition, competing, staying out the house. So like I said, back to the point of focusing on one sport or focusing, why? Find one professional athlete that only played one sport. From the physiological side of it, you're beating your body up continuously in the same way over and over. Only ones that I would say, you know, doesn't need a change in dynamic would be the endurance athlete or maybe possibly the track athlete. But besides, you know, the endurance athlete, if I was riding the bikes or the cross country, besides riding the bikes or the cross country, you know, sprinters gotta sprint. It's the only way to maintain your speed. Once you let those quick twitch fibers relax too much, you know, it's hard to get it back sometime, and it depends on what level and how far you come and so on and so forth and all the variables. But Darnell McCants, he played basketball from 9 years old. He was taught how to play basketball from his best friend, Donald Wallace. So I learned from a guy who was my age. My parents didn't put me in, or I couldn't afford the camps and all this other stuff, cool new stuff, to get myself better. So the only way I knew how to do or get myself better was to practice. Rep it out. Keep shooting. Did I have bad form of technique? Yeah. But then I ran into another guy named Coach Clay, who had me at recess every day. I couldn't go be with everybody else. He was like, you come in here and you work out. He had me dribbling the ball, shooting the ball. At that time, I was a freshman. I might have been 5'8", 5'9", 130 pounds, if that. But he said, if you don't grow any taller, you got to learn how to dribble the ball, shoot the ball. All right, appreciate it. All right. He said you got to learn how to shoot the ball, dribble the ball, and pass the ball. Basically, be a complete basketball player. Now, I play football because my boys play football. I went to another school, Oakland Mills. Shout out to everybody from there. And I had actually made varsity. But then when I called my boys up, they was like, no, we didn't travel varsity. Now, at that point in time, Wild Lake was a powerhouse. So to be a sophomore on varsity, you had to be a monster. And most of my boys weren't. Now, Oakland Mills, I think, was just a smaller school. Pretty strong. But obviously, I had ability at that time that I didn't know about or didn't understand. Nobody told me how good I was. I tried out for varsity basketball, but I got cut. Mainly because I was small. Now, they ended up putting me on varsity once the whole basketball team got in trouble. And, you know, the life of the game was pretty much dead. You know, people would tell me, yo, you the only one out there trying to play. But that's all I knew. That's all I understood. If you put me on the court, I go hard. I play. I'm trying to win. Losing isn't fun. Not for me, at least. I don't just play the game to, hey, let's play. Nowadays, maybe. Get a little old. Rusty. Don't feel like hustling is hard sometimes. Just kind of, hey, I just need to run. Gotta move. But anyway, you know, so I go through my whole life playing basketball up until my senior year of high school. And, you know, varsity year, my senior year, I pretty much already graduated high school. Once they got my transcripts from the 3 high schools I went to. And what ended up happening was I had nothing else to do. So I played football, basketball, and track. Ended up lettering and everything. Ended up making all state and all county and everything, all metro. So once again, I had an ability that I didn't really recognize. But if I didn't make it, that was a problem for me. That it was like uncommon for me. Like when I made second team for football, I seen one of the guys, one of the writers, and he was like, basically the only reason you made second team is because this was your only year playing. My stats were better than everybody's. So even in college, that's when you'll probably have to focus in and concentrate on just one sport, because that's what they're paying you to be there for. Division 3 and up. If they say, hey, come to school to play football and we're gonna help you with your academics or help you with the money, yeah, now that's focusing. Now that's concentration. Fortunate enough for me, I was still able to do track and football at the same time. Now it almost killed me, but I lived, survived, made it. So just be careful about this focusing. Why are you focusing so early? Why are you focusing so young and so undeveloped? You know, baseball, from what I hear, is a different kind of deal. And then even still, baseball, it's a long season. It takes a lot on your body. So, you know, just keep in mind, I haven't met a professional athlete that's ever played just one sport and focused on it. Just think about how you're beating your body up over and over in the same motion. At least when you switch from one sport to the next sport, the other sport, you change the dynamic and how your body moves. From football is collision, to basketball is skill, to track is just, you know, I was a high jumper, so that was, once again, it was a different kind of skill, but I wasn't doing as much as I was in football and basketball. So obviously my body got a chance to heal and recover from the other 2 sports. So that's Coach McCants' little story, man. I just want y'all to think about it. You know, play as much as you can. Play as many sports as you can. Be an athlete, 100%. Volleyball, track, soccer, football, lacrosse, whatever it is. Just compete at a high level. And let your greatness, whatever your gift is, take you to the next level. Because nowhere in the world at 12 years old, freshman at 14, I dropped at least 21 interceptions. And I'm pretty sure the whole Wild Lake freshman JV football team could vouch for it. So to tell me that I was going to be a professional wide receiver, I would never thought about it. All I wanted to do was play basketball, go to college, get out of my mama's house. But that's my little story, man. Hopefully it inspired you. Hopefully you understand that, you know, focusing, it ain't always what it's cracked up to be. Then you kind of get burnt out and bored. You know, playing multiple sports, build a better athlete, build a more dynamic athlete, and more rounded athlete. Get around different kind of people. All right, Coach McCants, over and out.